Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya TV. I'm Ashwarya with you. Let us start the Breakfast News with the headlines. JMM Congress RJD alliance wins 47 seats in the 81-member Jharkhand Assembly. Hemant Soren to become Chief Minister for the second time. Prime Minister extends best wishes to the alliance. Modi government focused on wiping out terrorism, left-wing extremism and insurgency in the next 5 years, says Home Minister Amit Shah, emphasizes coordination between security and intelligence agencies to address national security needs. Urban India except Bengal declared open defecation free. 4,320 cities out of 4,372 declared ODF. 65,81,000 individual household toilets constructed against a target 59 lakh. India-Iran agreed to accelerate Chabahar development. Both sides call for immediate end to all support to terror sanctuaries. And Indian ambassador to the US, Harshvardhan Shringla, appointed Foreign Secretary, 1984 batch IFS officer to replace Vijay Gokhale on 29th of January. A top story is from Jharkhand, where the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha Congress RJD alliance has won a decisive victory in the state as the votes were counted on Monday. The alliance won 47 seats in the 81-member Jharkhand Assembly. Hemant Soren, as the face of the opposition alliance, is set to take over the top post for the second time. He had earlier served as the Chief Minister between 2013 and 2014, and this time he contested from two seats, Dumka and Barhet, and he won both.
ये एक मील का पत्थर साबित होगा और निश्चित रूप से जिस उम्मीद के साथ लोगों ने अपने मतों का प्रयोग किया है, मैं भरोसा दिलाता हूं कि उनकी उम्मीदें नहीं टूटेंगी, चाहे वो किसी भी वर्ग समुदाय के हो, चाहे नौजवान हो, किसान हो, महिला हो, व्यापारी हो, बूढ़े बच्चे हो, किसान हो, मजदूर हो.
The Jharkhand Mukti Morcha Legislature Party meeting is scheduled to be held at 11 a.m. in Ranchi today. JMM Working President Hemant Soren will be elected as the party's legislature wing leader. Meanwhile, the BJP won 25 seats in the 2014 state elections. The BJP had won 37 seats. Former Chief Minister Raghubar Das, who contested from Jamshedpur East, lost his ex-cabinet colleague and party rebel Saryu Rai, who contested as an independent. The current assembly elections took place in Jharkhand 5 phases from 30th of November to 20th of December.
जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी या हमारी जो अपेक्षाएं थी, उस अपेक्षा के अनुरूप हमें जनादेश नहीं मिला और जो भी जनादेश राज्य की जनता ने दी है, हम उसका स्वागत करते हैं और सम्मानीय श्री हेमंत सोरेन और उनके गठबंधन को राज्य की जनता ने जनादेश दिया, तो श्री हेमंत सोरेन जी को और सभी निर्वाचित विधायक को मेरी ओर से बहुत बहुत बधाई.
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi tweeted his best wishes to the JMM-led alliance, saying, I thank the people of Jharkhand for having given BJP the opportunity to serve the state for many years. I also applaud the hard-working party Karyakartas for their efforts. We will continue serving the state and raising people-centric issues in the times to come. And Home Minister and BJP Chief Amit Shah also said that his party respects the mandate of the people of Jharkhand. On to some other news now. Home Minister Amit Shah has said that NDA government is committed to completely wipe out terrorism, left-wing extremism and insurgency in the northeast in the next 5 years. The minister was delivering the 32nd Intelligence Bureau Centenary Endowment Lecture in New Delhi and lauding the IB for ably tackling the challenges of national security. The Home Minister made a special note of the work done by IB in busting terror modules in the last 5 years. He also appreciated IB for tackling Northeast insurgency very effectively over the years. And calling IB as the brain of the national security apparatus, the Home Minister said that they have always helped to ensure zero tolerance to terrorism and Naxalism. And Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Monday held her 9th pre-budget consultation meeting with the leading representatives from water and sanitation sectors in connection with the forthcoming General Budget 2020-21. During the meeting, discussions were held on challenges faced in providing quality of water, sanitation, solid waste management and drainage in India. Experts also talked about removing disparities in accessing sanitation and quality of water. BJP National Working President JP Nadar kicked off a massive rally in Calcutta in support of the Citizenship Amendment Act. And at the rally, Nadar said that the amended law grants citizenship and does not take it away as claimed by a section of people. He also accused the ruling Trinamool Congress of misleading masses over CAA.
सारे पश्चिम बंगाल से आए हुए लोग कलकत्ता की सड़कों पर अपने नारों की गूंज से बता रहे हैं कि बंगाल मोदी जी के साथ खड़ा हुआ है। बंगाल सिटीजन्स अमेंडमेंट एक्ट का स्वागत करता है, समर्थन करता है। इस बात को हम लोगों ने देखा। सिटीजन्स अमेंडमेंट एक्ट जिसके बारे में ममता दीदी ने और इनके सारे नेताओं ने देश में भ्रम फैलाने की कोशिश की, प्रदेश को गुमराह करने की कोशिश की। ये नागरिक संशोधन नियम है क्या? यह नियम नागरिकता देता है, किसी की नागरिकता लेता नहीं है। हमारे बंगाल में भी लोग आए, मतुआ समाज के लोग आए, हमारे रघुवंशी समाज के लोग आए, हमारे नवशूद्र के समाज के लोग आए। ये सब दलित थे, प्रताड़ना हुई थी, उत्पीड़न में थे कि हिंदू, सिख, ईसाई, बौद्ध, पारसी, ये जितने लोग थे जो वहां से निकाले गए थे, इनको यहां पर शरण देने का काम और शरण के साथ साथ उनको जीने का अधिकार मिले, नागरिकता मिले, इस बात का उनको अधिकार दिया, ये हम बताना चाहते हैं।
Meanwhile, the Calcutta High Court has directed West Bengal government to suspend all media campaigns related to the Citizenship Amendment Act. A 2-judge division bench directed the state government to suspend the campaigns on CAA till the court gives its final orders. The court also sought a detailed response from the state government about the petitioner's claims that campaign against the CAA was carried out using public money. BJP leader Shivraj Singh Chouhan has said that confusion is being created by the opposition parties on the Citizenship Amendment Act for vote bank politics. Addressing a press conference in Jaipur on Monday, Chouhan questioned the Congress why it is not opposing violence in the name of protests.
जबरदस्ती भ्रम का वातावरण पैदा किया जा रहा है, हिंसा की आग में देश को झोंका जा रहा है, वोट बैंक की राजनीति के लिए फूट डाल और राज करो की नीति अपनाई जा रही है। मैं यहां के मुख्यमंत्री से भी सवाल करना चाहता हूं, वो संवैधानिक पद पर बैठे, यहां के मुख्यमंत्रियों, मध्य प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्रियों, पश्चिम बंगाल की मुख्यमंत्रियों, वो कह रहे हैं नागरिकता कानून लागू नहीं हो करने देंगे। संसद के दोनों सदनों ने बहुमत से बिल पास करके ये कानून बनाया है। 3 तरह की सूची है कामों के बारे में। कुछ काम ऐसे हैं जो केंद्र करेगा, संघ करेगा, कुछ राज्य करेंगे, और एक समवर्ती सूची जो केंद्र और राज्य दोनों के बीच काम बटे रहते हैं। नागरिकता का सवाल, नागरिकता का काम, यह केंद्र का अधिकार क्षेत्र है।
And an NGO, the Call for Justice, also on Monday in Delhi organized an event to discuss the Citizenship Amendment Act and its impact on the society. The chief guests at the event were retired judges Parmod Kohli and S.N. Srivastav. And while addressing the program, both said that the act was in favor of India and the government needs to make people aware by running awareness campaigns.
All of us has to take the society forward by taking into consideration every law enacted by the Parliament or state legislature which has impact upon the society. As a matter of fact, every law is meant for the society itself, and no law can be divorced from the interest of the society.
माइग्रेंट की डिफिनीशन में प्रोविजो ऐड किया गया है और उस प्रोविजो में उन्होंने सिख, बौद्ध, जैन, हिंदू, क्रिश्चियंस, ये 5-6 जो पारसी, इसको ऐड किया है कि ये माइग्रेंट्स नहीं माने जाएंगे, प्रोविजो ऐड किया है। और दूसरा अमेंडमेंट ये हुआ है कि 11 साल जो भारत में आकर रह रहे हैं उसको उन्होंने रिड्यूस करके 5 साल कर दिया है।
On to some other news now. The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Defence has recommended a complete revamp of a DRDO or a Defence Research Development Organisation. It has suggested involvement of the private sector and academic institutions for its resurgence and chalking out a plan to reduce dependence on foreign vendors for military hardware. The recommendations were made by the Standing Committee headed by BJP MP Jual Oram in its report on demands for grants for the Ministry of Defence for the year 2019-20. The report has already been submitted to the Lok Sabha Speaker and was also tabled in the Rajya Sabha during the winter session of Parliament. And India on Monday successfully test-fired its quick reaction surface-to-air missile system from a base off the Odisha coast. QRSAM system is likely to be inducted into the armed forces by 2021. The missile has been developed by the Defence Research and Development Organisation. QRSAM was flight tested with the full configuration in deployment mode, intercepting the target mid-air, meeting the mission's objectives. The QRSAM weapon system, which operates on the move, comprises a fully automated command and control, active array battery, multifunction radar and a launcher. With urban areas in 35 states and union territories declaring themselves open defecation free or ODF, the Swachh Bharat has achieved its goal of making urban India free of open defecation. According to the Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry, over 65 lakh individual household toilets have been constructed, while the target had been 59 lakh. And close to 6 lakh community or public toilet seats have been added against the target of 5.08 lakh. In Breakfast News, we'll take a very short break. We'll be right back with more news. Don't go anywhere.
On this edition of India's World, we will analyze the second 2+2 dialogue between India and the United States.
The United States has supported India's membership of the NSG and also said that it favors a permanent role for India in a reformed Security Council.
That we are now 95% of the way to a final agreement to get trade off the table and allow us to move forward in other areas which the 2+2 covers.
Chinese have always been thinking of the South China Sea as being China's sea or the East China Sea. I mean, they want to lay claim to the whole thing, and that is not going to be permitted. They have been very active there. They have actually set up a no-flying zone over there. And they've been tailing American aircraft, American ships. They have tailed Australian ships.
What are some key legislations introduced in Rajya Sabha? Some of the key legislations introduced in Rajya Sabha are the Hindu Marriage and Divorce Bill 1952, the Hindu Succession Bill 1954, the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Bill 1969.
हर गोविंद खुराना, भारतीय मूल के अमेरिकी वैज्ञानिक। 9 जनवरी 1922 को अविभाजित भारत के मुल्तान में जन्म। जीन इंजीनियरिंग विषय की बुनियाद रखने में अहम भूमिका। उन्होंने किया जेनेटिक कोड की भाषा समझाने और उसकी प्रोटीन संश्लेषण में भूमिका बताने का अहम काम। 1958 में मिला मार्क मेडल, 1967 में डेनी हैनमैन पुरस्कार और 1968 में चिकित्सा विज्ञान का नोबेल सम्मान। अमेरिका ने दी नेशनल एकेडमी ऑफ साइंस की आजीवन सदस्यता और फिर 1969 में मिला पद्म भूषण सम्मान।
Harshvardhan Shringla, India's ambassador to the United States, has been appointed as the new Foreign Secretary. Seasoned diplomat Shringla has been appointed as the new Foreign Secretary for a 2-year fixed term, succeeding Vijay Gokhale. Shringla is a 1984 batch officer of the Indian Foreign Service. He will take over the charge of the Foreign Secretary on 29th of January next year. The appointment has been cleared by the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet, headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In the course of a diplomatic career spanning 35 years, Shringla has held a variety of positions in New Delhi and abroad. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Monday met Iranian President Hassan Rouhani and apprised him of the outcomes of the Joint Commission meeting and progress in the bilateral ties. The meeting comes a day after two nations agreed to accelerate work on the strategic Chabahar project. The decision was taken at the 19th India-Iran Joint Commission. The Chabahar port, jointly being developed by India, Iran and Afghanistan, is considered a gateway to golden opportunities for trade with the Central Asian nations by the three countries. It is located on the Indian Ocean in the Sistan and Balochistan province of Iran. Meanwhile, voicing concerns over the grave threat posed by terrorism, India and Iran also jointly called for an immediate end to all support to terror sanctuaries. Jaishankar said that the meeting with Iranian Foreign Minister Javed Zarif and the Iranian delegation had been very productive. He said in a tweet that we reviewed the entire gamut of our cooperation and agreed on accelerating our Chabahar project. News from Tamil Nadu now, where a GST fraud of 900 crore rupees, in which input tax credit to the tune of 152 crore rupees was availed, has been busted. The information was given by a top official of the Directorate General of Goods and Service Tax Intelligence. The official said that the kingpin and two of his accomplices were arrested and produced before a court, which remanded them in judicial custody, and further probe is on. In one of the major operations, the sleuths of the DGGI Chennai Zonal Unit carried out a search on 19th and 20th of December at multiple locations in the state and unearthed the fraud of about 900 crore rupees. Cash totaling 24 lakh rupees was also seized from the residential premises of the mastermind. And the NIA on Monday conducted searches in Delhi and Dimapur in Nagaland at the houses of an accused in connection with the terror funding of Naga insurgent group NSCNM. Now, according to the NIA officials, the houses belong to Almela Jamir, wife of P. Shirmang alias Jamas Jamir, who is a member of the steering committee of NSCN-IM. On 20th of December, the Premier Investigation Agency had registered a case under relevant provisions of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act for terror financing of the NSCN-IM. Almela is alleged to be working for the organization, and he was detained at Delhi airport with a cash of 72 lakh rupees by the income tax officials on 17th of December. On to some other news now. The Delhi Cabinet has approved a policy on electric vehicles to curb air pollution. The Delhi government on Monday approved a policy on electric vehicles with a focus on two-wheelers and commercial vehicles to lead the change to switch. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said that by 2024, we want 25% vehicles to be electric vehicles. The aim is to reduce air pollution and create large-scale jobs as well. The emphasis is on two-wheelers and public transport because they create more opportunities and they operate more. The government will also set up a state EV fund to manage it. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met Economic Counselor and Director of the Research Department at IMF, Geeta Gopinath, on Monday. Gopinath said that the regulatory authority uncertainty has played a major role in the economic slowdown in India. Gopinath also said that the goods and services tax has been significant in formalizing the Indian economy. And now our special segment on environment and climate change. Oceans and seas cover more than 70% of the Earth's surface. They regulate climate and generate most of the oxygen that we breathe. They also serve as the foundation for much of the world's economy, supporting sectors from tourism to fisheries to international shipping. But despite their importance, oceans face unprecedented threat due to human activities. Every year, over 8 million tons of plastic waste ends up in the world's oceans. Climate change is damaging coral reefs and other key ecosystems. Overfishing is threatening the stability of fish stocks. Nutrient pollution is contributing to the creation of dead zones, and nearly 80% of the world's wastewater is discharged without treatment. It is important to understand that taking care of our oceans is also crucial for our survival on Earth. The National Consumer Day is being observed across the country today. On the occasion, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu greeted the people, and in a Twitter message, he said that consumers need to be made aware of the importance of safety and quality of products. At the same time, they should also be protected from unfair and exploitative trade practices. And it is the festive season, and tomorrow is Christmas, and the country and the world markets are in full bloom. People are busy shopping for Santa Claus's dresses, masks, gifts and Christmas trees. Special decorations have also been done in the churches on the occasion of Christmas. And there will be prayers in the church today at 12 midnight. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Breakfast News. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.